What's good, guys? Welcome back to another video. Now today I'm going to be talking about an anime I was watching, and it's called Kengan Asura. Now before I get into any spoilers, the anime itself is about how companies hire a fighter to represent them, and they settle business disputes over with these fighters. Whoever wins the dispute. Now, I would seriously recommend it if you'd like any sort of fighting, because it will likely actually be represented in the anime. Like boxing, aikido, muay thai, karate, or whatever the fuck the other martial arts are, and they are all represented in it. And I think that's a really cool thing. I did like that. Now, an issue I had with the anime. Now I'm gonna get into spoilers, so I'd recommend clicking off if you do plan on watching it. Now, I'm gonna get into spoilers now. Basically, the ending I didn't like, and also another thing that I didn't like was that I just didn't feel like all the like martial arts were truly depicted. Like I don't think grappling, wrestling and jiu-jitsu just weren't really represented. You could say, oh, what's it called? You could say they were because Cosmo was a big grappler and he was represented somewhat in that anime. But the issue is that he just like when he grappled, he didn't throw a punch. It's not like MMA grappling, which is realistic grappling. You throw hands. You just don't see any of that for some reason. I think that's just really stupid. Another thing that I thought was stupid was how like it was just the thing is a lot of people just wouldn't fight like how MMA fighters would. Nobody went to the ground. The only person who actually truly went to the ground was what's it called? Cosmo Imai. Other than that, no one else really grappled. I thought that was such a stupid thing. Now you could say in the Fang slash Cao Lan fight, they did grapple, but and that's really argumentative even in that because they say that he moved in such a specific way that he couldn't grapple, which is so stupid in my opinion. I think if Fang just sat on his ass and just went into like pulling guard, I think he could have unironically won that fight. But that's your decision to make, not mine. And also, my other biggest issue, other than some martial arts not being represented that well, like wrestling or jiu-jitsu, those are pro wrestler again, and Cosmo Imai is a grappler, but there's just like, you would think there'd be more grappling. Fighting is broken down into two arts, striking and grappling, and literally, I'd say 80% of the show is striking. You don't really, like, even in the what's it called? Pro wrestling fight, the guy's like striking, you see him grab a bit, that's it. You don't see it much. Alright, now I'm gonna get into the ending. I think the ending was really good and it really reminisced about how like Joe's ending. I don't know what the anime is called, but Joe Yabuki. I thought it was really cool how like he lost and he died. I didn't mind that. What I had an issue with is why he died. He died essentially if you read if you actually pay attention, it says that what happened is he left his hospital bed and he died. So basically, he killed himself because he could have stayed in his hospital bed and lived. If they said, like, I don't know, they didn't have the resources or some other shit like that to heal him or whatnot, then it wouldn't have been as bad, but they clearly did. And he literally said that he just left. He just left the treatment. He just stopped getting himself treated and decided to sit next to a tree and fucking die. Which is why, in my opinion, the ending is just so atrocious and it made me hate it. Because that alone just made it so much worse. I don't know why the guy decided to do that, but whatever. It was just so annoying watching it because I was like sad. I didn't cry, which is why again I can't rate the anime high. And you might think that's stupid, but if the anime can't make me cry, I usually don't rate it that high. Good stories can, tell me well. Something that I did like though was that I actually didn't expect a few fights outcomes. Like I did not expect Setsuna to lose, or or was it Fang to lose? I didn't expect those outcomes. I didn't expect Cao Lan versus Fang to be so fucking close. I thought it was gonna be way worse for him. It should have been way worse for Cao Lan. I can't even lie, because in that fight, though, I've talked about this already. I'm pretty sure, but they were talking about like, oh, he's in this certain place, so he can't actually go for a double leg because if he goes for a double leg, he's gonna get kneed in the face. Because to be fair, it is revealed that Cao Lan does do what's it called? Caroline does do Muay Thai, which I would say helps out, but it's still a bit goofy in my overall opinion, which is why I simply can't rate it that high. But yeah, I think because of the ending, it definitely knocked off 1.5 points off. It's as they say, a good ending can seriously make or break an anime. For example, like Darling in the Franxx. I haven't watched that many anime, and I haven't watched the most. I've watched like probably 150 anime, and I've watched Darling in the Franxx like literally like it was one of my first anime I watched. Now when I watched it, I didn't think it was that bad because again I hadn't seen a lot, and I didn't know what a good one looks like. But if I had to tell you now, I would definitely not say it's good. I would say it's kind of a pile of dog shit, and it deserves to be a pile of dog shit. The people who made it, knew that it was wrong, and they knew that they didn't have. Basically, the reason why Darling in the Franxx was so shit was because the ending sucked. The reason why the ending sucked was because for some godforsaken reason the manga hadn't finished, so they thought to themselves, yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually going to go ahead without the manga. And this is just something you don't fucking do. But they decided to do it, and it's why the anime sucks ass. But yeah, that, again, it's like with not Barca, what's it called, Kengan Asura. That since the ending was so shit for me, I just hate watching it. It's not a good anime, and I just can't bring myself to say it was a good anime. So I would have to say it's like a 5 out of 10, despite me enjoying it and a lot of moments, and me being a big fighting fan. I just can't give it the rating that it deserves. Well, it's not even deserved. It's just the guy who made it just decided. Like, I really like the ending where he lost and he died next to a tree, Joe Yabuki style. You know, white ash straight up. I thought it was really sick. But the fact that he chose to do that just ruins all of it. It literally makes everything stupid, and it doesn't make it fun. And I can't believe. Like, think about it. Would you kill yourself? No. Why would he want to kill himself? Please, why would you imagine you tell Omar, okay, would you rather kill yourself to never fight again for no reason, or live another day so you can do more fights? He'd obviously tell you he'd rather live and fight another day. Well, I mean, who the fuck wouldn't? You'd have to be suicidal to do that other choice. But yeah, I guess he's suicidal. And for me, I can't get over how annoying it was. I didn't like it, and it seriously pissed me off. But again, it just goes to show how good animes can just get ruined by a scene or two. And it's why I cannot sit here and say that it's a good anime by any means. Otherwise, I'll definitely rate it highly, but due to it, the ending. I'm trying to think of any other things I didn't truly like, but I can't really think of anything. Like, for example, let me think of stuff that I didn't like. I didn't mind that there wasn't a lot of fan service. You know, I think that's a good thing. Having a lot of fan service really can. If there's too much, it could seriously ruin an anime. I'm not even kidding. But since it wasn't that much, I don't mind it. But I did find it really odd where that girl liked Tokuto Oma. I thought that was a bit of an odd thing. But I guess it just felt like it. But, let me try and remember that anime. Some other parts of it. Oh yeah, another thing that I wasn't a truly big fan of was that there was just sometimes just random shit brought up. Like, for example, in the doctor fight versus I don't remember what his name was, the prisoner on death row who's super bendy. I think his name was like Bando or something like that. I don't know why, but like that's not martial arts, and a lot of it just like I understand it's an anime and whatnot, and you can have fun in your life. When shit is just not fun, it really ruins it in my opinion. And that was a moment where like I was just expecting a lot more MMA. I wasn't expecting like this crazy shit to happen, but this crazy shit just kept happening, and it really ruined it for me. But that can't expect anything to be perfect, so I'm not too surprised with it being kind of shitty. But I would have again enjoyed it more if it was a bit bad, but can't expect everything to be great. But yeah, other than that, I don't really have any other complaints. I'll definitely say it's 5 out of 10 though. I wouldn't say it's anything more than that. Anyways, yeah, peace out.